What if you could step into a machine, press a button, and suddenly find yourself in the past, or far into the future? Time travel has been one of humanity's greatest fantasies. Movies and books love the idea, but here's the twist. Science says time travel might not be as impossible as it sounds. And then there's wormholes, cosmic shortcuts that could, in theory, connect distant points in space and time. Are they real or just science fiction? Today, we're diving deep into the mystery of time travel and wormholes. Time travel is already happening. Believe it or not, time travel isn't just a fantasy, it's something that actually happens. Here's how. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time doesn't tick the same for everyone. The faster you move, the slower time passes for you compared to someone standing still. This is called time dilation. Astronauts on the International Space Station are technically time travelers. They orbit Earth so fast that their clocks run just a little slower than ours. When they come back, they're a fraction of a second younger than they would have been on Earth. It's tiny, but it proves that time travel, at least into the future, is real. Can we travel far into the future? So, could we use this to leap thousands of years ahead? In theory, yes. If you could travel close to the speed of light on a spaceship, time for you would move much slower than for people back on Earth. When you returned, decades or even centuries might have passed here, while you only experienced a few years. For you, it would feel like time travel into the future. The challenge? We don't have the technology to build a ship that can go anywhere near the speed of light. At least not yet. What about traveling to the past? Now, here's where things get tricky. Traveling back in time is much harder. Relativity suggests it might be possible in very extreme conditions, like near a black hole or with certain space-time structures. But then we run into problems like the famous grandfather paradox. What if you went back in time and prevented your grandparents from meeting? Would you still exist? These paradoxes make past time travel very complicated. Some scientists believe the universe simply doesn't allow backward time travel. Others think paradoxes might solve themselves in ways we can't yet understand. The cosmic shortcuts. Now let's talk about wormholes. Imagine space and time as a giant sheet of paper. If you fold that paper and poke a hole through it, suddenly two distant points are connected. That's a wormhole, a shortcut through space-time. Einstein's equations actually allow wormholes to exist, but so far we've never found one. And even if they do exist, they might collapse too quickly for anyone to travel through. Some scientists think you'd need exotic matter with negative energy to keep a wormhole open, something we've never observed. But if it were possible, wormholes could connect not just distant parts of space, but different points in time as well. The possibilities. So, let's dream for a second. If wormholes could be stabilized, they might let us cross the galaxy in seconds. They might even let us step into another era of history or another future entirely. Science fiction shows us wild versions of this, machines that jump between centuries, portals to other realities, explorers crossing universes. While none of this is proven, the science behind the idea isn't pure fantasy, it's built on real equations of space and time. Why it matters? So why does this matter? Because time travel and wormholes push us to the edge of what's possible. They force us to question how reality itself works, and whether the limits we think exist are really limits at all. So, what do you think? If time travel or wormholes became real tomorrow, would you travel to the future or the past? Let me know in the comments. And in our next journey, we'll witness the most powerful explosions in the universe, supernovas, the death and rebirth of stars.